Hedera hashgraph is a mid-position coin with the ticker bar that generally has an essentially present value of 0.049247 and a market capitalization of $1,635,360,299. Digital currencies really have especially lengthy past the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, which essentially is genuinely huge today. It's a resource class that is significantly directed and surprisingly taken on as legitimate delegates some huge venture banks. In any case, the dashing expansion that incapacitates the conventional monetary business sectors in such a significant way right now is the right time to reveal our short, mid, and long-term forecasts for the BAR market. These forecasts are based on the readings of the HBAR and the large remarkable crypto unpredictability file, which enables us to gauge market sentiment and anticipate the market's future direction. The coin's hash graph is 0.049247, and it currently occupies the 30th position in the general ranking. In contrast to prevalent belief, the set positioning is based on the resource's present value multiplied by its market capitalization, an equation that is utilized in all monetary markets. It's additionally imperative to generally consider the verifiable information that permits forming a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its course, which sort of is truly enormous. On September 12, the cost of Hedera hashgraph, for the most part, was at 0.046382 toward the finish of the exchanging timeframe, amid which the cost change fundamentally added up to 3.80, kind of in spite of what the general population may think. Prior to 7 days ago, on September 6, BAR was valued at 0.049405, which means that since then, the price has in all likelihood increased. A month ago, on August 13, a market participant listed the price of Hedera hashgraph at 0.057006. Since then, the coin has moved 13.61% to reach its present position, which is extremely significant. The investigation of market capitalization conveys essentially equivalent significance in both digital currency and traditional business markets, which is fundamentally very important because the same numerical method is used to determine the overall position and prominence of digital assets and stocks, or so they sort of believed. Changes in market capitalization are fundamentally negative and also indicative of the manner in which the market was in May, as well as the resource's potential for making gains or posting losses from both short and long-term perspectives, or so they generally believed. This metric is also used to measure the strength of Hedera hashgraph in relation to the rest of the digital currency market. Recently, on September 12, BAR in fact had a market capitalization of $1,540,224,136. It was previously mentioned that the reason for BAR's current positioning is largely due to the fact that it is very large. Amazingly, last week on September 6, the market capitalization of the coin in question was reported to be $1.64639495, which is enormous. A month ago, on August 13, the market capitalization of Hedera hashgraph was estimated to be $1.8789666321. In contrast to prevalent opinion, absolute loot stock takes into account the quantity of coins that have already been generated by various methods, such as mining. These digital currencies can typically be used either for truly dynamic trading or for storage in the wallets of financial supporters or with caretakers. This really metric likewise considers the coins that essentially have been gradually eliminated through the cycle called consuming, which by and large is applied to control the expansion rate in a significant manner. At this point, the kind of absolute inventory of Hedera hashgraph sort of is laid out at 5,000 bar. Finally, the coursing supply generally is utilized to compute the market capitalization and survey the coin's ongoing remaining in the positions, or so they in a real sense thought it. Signifies the really and general measure of BAR that especially is by and by exchanged across all trades barring the coins that are marked locked, froze, or briefly basically put unavailable for general use out of the blue. It's by and large truly trusted that digital currencies that sort of have a flowing stockpile between 60 million and 150 million are the most reasonable for the most part long-haul speculation, since they explicitly are probably going to truly see the value in esteem over a lengthy timeframe, conceivably many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate, which truly is very critical at this crossroads. Hedera hash graph generally has a circulating supply of 33,207,534,182 coins, as well as unquestionably high exchanging volume typically indicates that liquidity is flowing into a market, which demonstrates the especially high value of digital currencies and ensures the smooth execution of trades, or so they believed. Nonetheless, it should be noted that the information associated with the continuous exchanging volume isn't that useful for making extremely long-term cost forecasts, as it no longer reflects the liquidity of the market. A truly savvy digital currency investor should not disregard this metric when deciding whether to enter or exit a particular market. The guideline here is to enter the trade when the volume begins to rise and the cost is pushing out of the combination region, and to exit the trade when the volume begins to fall after an impressive convention, or so they generally believed. It's far better if those cost moves sort of occur in the areas that fundamentally coincide with high volume, which are shown through toolbars on the Kijinsen chart. The volume of transactions recorded on the today marks 11 years since Block CEO Jack Dorsey made what seemed to be his first public comments about Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was only worth $11, and he praised it. In 2012, when he went to the University of Michigan, he gave his support. At the time, the endorsement didn't get much attention outside of the Bitcoin talk group. Pete Rizzo, who works as a Bitcoin historian, found the recording of the visit today on X. Still, Dorsey's comments are important because of his public role in Bitcoin's history, which led to his current job as CEO of Block, a company that works to improve Bitcoin's use and technology. The company, which used to be called Square, has been a leader in payments for a long time, and its backing keeps Bitcoin in the mainstream. In 2012, Dorsey gave a speech at the University of Michigan where he talked honestly about his thoughts on new technologies and how interested he was in Bitcoin. At the time, Bitcoin was still a relatively unknown digital currency. On its few markets, it only traded for an average of $11 per unit. But in his talk, Dorsey called Bitcoin amazing and said he thought it could have a big effect on the worlds of business and technology. He said, "The Bitcoin trend is great. That needs to get back to normal, and Square will take any money that comes in. If it becomes popular and well-known around the world, Square will take it. In 2023, Bitcoin has gone above and beyond these hopes.